So seeing as how I just finished recording an episode 11 review, I'm not really going to talk all that much about Goku versus Beerus other than the fact that as far as the manga goes, since the manga is faster paced, it does leave out things, and I will say the ending of the fight with basically Whis showing up and saying it is unsettled is not as good as Battle of Gods did it. I think Battle of Gods ending was a lot better, and also all that rushed information at the end where Beerus is like, oh, let me tell you a couple things after we had this fight, even though we rarely talked and I just kind of came across as an asshole in these past 4 chapters or whatever. Yeah. Like, I don't know, it just felt like it was way too thrown in there. Like, oh, yeah, his name is Whis, by the way, he's my helper, blah, 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 and also, you guys are in a different universe. Like, it fit a lot better with stuff. Like, I guess to a certain degree, this is where the anime will outdo the manga, because I know I've been saying the manga over the anime, but the anime has given time for proper pacing and proper character interactions to where it would be believable that Beerus would say all these things, because it's like, well, you've been wondering who this guy is next to me. His name is Whis. He's my helper. And, you know, oh, I guess, you know, a couple other things. We've been talking about gods a lot. This is a different universe. So, like, in the anime, it'll be more believable. But in the manga, it just feels like, hey, I'm gonna just tell you all this other shit, even though I barely talked in this whole thing. I was really shocked, though. I don't get what was the purpose of having a split of the new Supreme, what was he called? Kibito Kai? Between the English translation and what he's called in Japanese or whatever, but, you know, the young Supreme Kai, so to speak, had a split by using the Namekian Dragon Balls, which that's apparently what Champa was looking for. So it's kind of like, yeah, what was the purpose of splitting? Like, I mean, he was already kind of irrelevant when he was just 1, but now that it's 2 again, it's like, maybe it's just so that Kibito could die at some given point. I don't know what was the purpose of splitting them. And it seems as though these Dragon Balls are humongous. Like, the Namekian Dragon Balls are pretty, like, I think an Earth Dragon Ball will probably be, like, this big. Like, you know, you cup it inside of your hand, something like that. A Namekian Dragon Ball is, like, really fucking pretty big, but I think the Dragon Balls that they're talking about, I don't know if they're called the Universe Dragon Balls or whatever, they're probably fucking huge, as like to fill up this goddamn room or something, because the way the Frieza Force that they had collected one of them, they were like shitting bricks at how big the Dragon Ball was. And again, Champa being the best part of this entire experience as of right now. Once again, you know, destroying the Frieza Force, and I guess he did it to either get the Dragon Ball or something, because he was saying, oh, I'll have a souvenir for Lord Beerus. Maybe he's talking about the actual Dragon Balls that he's been hunting down. Why does he want to get them for Lord Beerus? I don't know. Maybe he wants to make a wish that Lord Beerus doesn't sleep all the time. But I think that's actually kind of cool and nice preparation. So in regards to like connecting Battle of Gods to Revival of F, the fact that it was Champa that was responsible for the Frieza Force going to Earth and reviving Frieza, which also showcases that they never really wanted to revive him to begin with. They're like, fuck, we're forced to revive him now. Let's go find some Dragon Balls on a planet somewhere so he can help us. Like, for starters, bro, Frieza ain't helping you. Stop. You're an idiot. But yeah, I think that was a really nice addition that they added to give a reasoning for the Frieza Force to finally just say, okay. And it also adds some interesting elements to the fact that the movie, they were like, we've been looking for you all these years. You motherfuckers were barely, you didn't even care about bringing them back until you were pushed against the ropes. And it kind of makes you wonder exactly why did they want the Dragon Balls then if they were hunting them, but they didn't plan on reviving Frieza. It was just like, oh no, now we need to revive Frieza. So yeah. With that ending though, I could possibly see that we won't see Champa in the Revival of F portions of the manga and anime. I think he'll probably either, if we do see him, it'll still be like this, very small instances, but I think they're going to really save a lot of the rest of Champa stuff for the Universe 6 arc, I believe it's called. Probably that's where we'll get a lot more of Champa, but for now I think they're going to just keep it as like, oh, you know, Revival of F and maybe a couple of new things here or there, but I don't think we're going to get too much of Champa because it seems like he's heavily connected, his character anyway, with Lord Beerus. And with all that being said, honestly, I will say the Beerus versus Goku fight in the manga anyway was absolutely ridiculously rushed. I don't want it to be too extended, but we went from like Battle of Gods with having that decent amount of time to the anime that's doing it very, very long, to the manga that had it like in less than a chapter. The entire fight was done and the way it was ended, like I didn't really care for the ending of the fight. But the Champa stuff nonetheless is still the most interesting things. What is going on with these Dragon Balls, the Frieza Force kind of connecting with the whole Battle of Gods and Champa being behind that. Kind of cool stuff. Overall decent chapter, I want to say. I mean, granted the fight wasn't everything that I would have liked, but I mean, at the same time, I don't always want a dragged out experience, so maybe like a 6.5 to a 7 for this chapter. Why the fuck did Kibito Kai need to be split up. He was already crusty. We didn't need 2 of them. And your overall thoughts of this chapter. What do you think about Champa? What is his goal? Why does he want to bring a souvenir for Lord Beerus? Is he trying to put him back to sleep so he can become the new god of destruction? What's up with that? And your overall thoughts of the chapter. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.